The president approved ahead of time you spending $220 million running TV ads across the country.
Yes, sir. We went through the legal processes, did it correctly.
Did the president know you were going to do this?
Yes.
Kristi Noem becomes the first Senate-confirmed member of Trump 2.0 cabinet to be fired this term. In Trump's first term in office during 2017 to 2021, 14 approved cabinet appointees either quit or were fired, so this isn't new. But what led to Noem's firing? Until last month, Trump defended Noem and ruled out her removal from the prestigious DHS secretary post. So what happened overnight? The answer is that nothing happens overnight. Noem's 13-month DHS leadership came under scrutiny several times. Let's take a close look at the probable events that led to Noem's ouster. While serving as Homeland Security Secretary under Donald Trump, Noem became a prominent face of the administration's aggressive immigration crackdown, often highlighting enforcement actions on social media, for which she faced severe backlash across the political spectrum. Lawmakers from both parties also criticized her management of FEMA, denouncing her response to major disasters, including the 2025 Texas floods. In January, Kristi Noem faced backlash after quickly labeling two U.S. citizens, Renee Good and Alex Preety, who were killed by federal immigration agents in Minneapolis, as domestic terrorists. Later video evidence challenged those claims and fueled public outrage and political scrutiny. During congressional hearings on March 3rd, GOP Senator John F. Kennedy grilled Noem over a $220 million border security ad campaign that prominently featured her and was awarded to firms linked to Noem without a standard bidding process. Pressed on whether Trump approved the huge spending to promote the immigration campaign, Noem said, "Yes, the president approved." Here, Noem made the big mistake. It was the final straw that cost the secretary her job. Contradicting her statement, Trump later told Reuters he never knew anything about it, which was followed by the announcement of Noem's replacement. Donald Trump announced on Truth Social that Kristi Noem would be removed as Homeland Security Secretary, but praised her work on border security. He said she would take on a new role as special envoy for the Shield of the Americas, while nominating Senator Markwayne Mullin to lead the department. Two Trump administration officials said to Reuters that Kristi Noem was fired because of the fatal shootings, a $220 million contract, DHS management issues, and personal misconduct allegations. After Trump's announcement, Senator Kennedy revealed that the president called him following the Senate hearing and, as Kennedy described it, Trump was mad as a murder hornet and asked for his opinion about appointing Mullin to lead DHS.
I believe you have a policy, Madam Secretary, that you have to approve all contracts at your department over $100 million.
No, sir. I have a policy in place that I review contracts. My deputy chiefs have the ability to review anything under $5 million. Above that, I evaluate and look at.
Okay. And you do that, I understand, to try to curb waste and abuse of taxpayer money. Is that right?
Yes, sir. In fact, it's been extremely effective. We've saved the taxpayers over $13.2 billion just by evaluating contracts, negotiating lower ones, and canceling ones that aren't necessary to do our duties.
How do you square that concern for waste, which I share, with the fact that you have spent $220 million running television advertisements that feature you prominently?
Sir, the president tasked me with getting the message out to the country and to other countries where we were seeing the invasion come from, with putting commercials out that told them that if they were in this country illegally, that they needed to leave, or we would detain them and remove them, and they'd not get the chance to come back to America the right way. That has been extremely effective.
Ask you to run these advertisements, is that right?
We had that conversation, yes, before I was put in this position and sworn in and confirmed, and since then as well.
Okay. Did you bid out those service contracts?
Yes, they did. They went out to a competitive bid, and career officials at the department chose who would do those advertising commercials.
And the people that you ended up picking were people who had formerly done your political work back in South Dakota. Is that right?
No, that's not correct, sir.
I think it is.
No, it's not, sir. The individuals who, I believe the careers who they chose were two different media firms. There's been conversation about their subcontractors, but we have no legal authority to look into subcontractors on work like that.
Okay. And you're saying that you're testifying that President Trump approved this ahead of time. Is that my understanding?
We had conversations about making sure that we were telling people.
No, ma'am. I'm asking you, sorry to interrupt, but the president approved ahead of time you spending $220 million running TV ads across the country in which you are featured prominently.
Yes, sir. We went through the legal processes, did it correctly.
Did the president know you were going to do this?
Yes.
He did?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay.
And one thing, Senator, I think would be helpful to know is how effective that communications has been. That
well, they
overwhelmingly
were effective in your name recognition. I mean, I personally just, to me, it puts the president in a terribly awkward spot, and I'm not saying you're not telling the truth. It's just hard for me to believe, knowing the president, as I do, that you said, Mr. President, here's some ads I've cut, and I'm going to spend $220 million running them, that he would have agreed to that. I don't think Russ Vogt at OMB would have agreed to that. It's something we have to defend. I'm on the Appropriations Committee. My research shows that you did not bid them out, that you pick, in fact, one of the people you picked, the strategy group, Safe America Media was a company formed 11 days before you picked them, and that the strategy group got most of the money, and the head of that is married to your former spokesperson. Look, we all have friends who are qualified. I'm not quibbling with that. It troubles me. A fifth to a quarter of $1 billion of taxpayer money when we're scratching for every penny and we're fighting over rescission packages. I just can't agree with, Madam Secretary. Are you still running those ads?
No, Senator, I did not have anything to do with picking those contractors. No politicals at the Department of Homeland Security did.
I understand. Are you
Career
still running
officials
those
followed
ads?
the competitive bid process for
Are you
that.
still running those ads?
I think the ads are due to end here in March, I think within a week or two. I'm not sure of the update. The one that is running is focusing on angel families. Have you seen that? It is the one that's talking about this is our why. This is why we work every day.
Okay.
Is for the angel families and their victims.